Good morning students. So in today's class we are going to start with one of the most important chapter of your second PUC mathematics, chapter 7 integrals. So this chapter is there for 22 marks for the board exam. So on this chapter you will have one mark question and then two 2-mark questions and then two 3-mark questions and then one 5-mark question and then one 6-mark question. Overall this is there for 22 marks. So now in our previous chapter, that is chapter 5, continuity and differentiability, so we have learnt how to take the derivative of the various functions. So now let us understand the meaning of integrals. So here integration is the reverse process or the inverse process of differentiation. So we have learnt how to take the derivative of a function. So now in integrals we are given the derivative of a function and we have to find its primitive or the original function. So that's what the first concept it is. Integration as an inverse process of differentiation. Integration as an inverse process of differentiation. So we know the derivative of x to the power 5, d by dx of x to the power 5, which is equals to 5 into x to the power 4. So it is 5 into x to the power 4. So now I will go for d by dx of x to the power 5 plus 100. So what is the derivative of this function now? It is 5 into x to the power 4. Then now d by dx of x to the power 5 minus 100, which is 5 into x to the power 4. Is that clear? So these three are the derivatives of these functions. So now if you integrate these three functions, we should get back these three functions. So now I will go for, so this is the symbol of integration. So now integration of 5 x to the power 4 dx, which is equals to x to the power 5 plus c. X to the power 5 plus c. I will tell you why I have written the plus c. Then for the time being I will write only x to the power 5. In the next here we will write the plus c. So now integral, again if we integrate this we should get this particular function. So it is 5 x to the power 4 dx, which is equals to x to the power 5, and then again integral 5 x to the power 4 dx, which is equals to x to the power 5. So now see here, so we are missing this plus 100 and minus 100, and here there will be plus 0. So we don't know which is that constant. That is why in integration we always write plus c. So it is plus c. So it is plus c. So see here, in the first case c value it is 0, x to the power 5 plus 0. So then in the second case c value it is 100. In the third case c value it is minus 100. So that is why in integrals we always write plus c. So this is the significance of c. Here c is the arbitrary constant. So this is all about the integration as an inverse process of differentiation. So pause the video to note it down. Okay, in integrals we are going to study indefinite integrals and definite integrals. So see here, indefinite integrals indefinite integrals and definite integrals and definite integrals and definite integrals. So now the indefinite integral is, see here, it is integral f of x dx which is equals to capital F of x plus c. So here this is the symbol of integration, and here f of x is the integrand, and then x is the variable of integration, and this capital F of x is the antiderivative or primitive of this particular function, and c is the constant of integration. So let us write these three now. So this is the integrand, and then this x is the, or else we will write f of x is the integrand, and then x is the variable of integration, and x is the variable of integration, and then capital F of x is the antiderivative, and c is the constant of integration or arbitrary constant. So c is constant of integration, So this is all about indefinite integrals. So in this chapter 7 up to 7.7 we are going to study indefinite integrals, and 7.8, 7.9, 7.10 and 7.11, all these exercises are related to the definite integrals. So now see the definite integral here. It is a to b f of x dx which is equals to capital F of x and then a to b which is equals to f of b minus f of a, which is f of b minus f of a. See here, so integral a to b. So here definite means we are going to have a number after simplifying this integral. So now it is within the limits. So here a is the lower limit and b is the upper limit. So if we integrate this, we get capital F of x and lower limit is a, upper limit it is b. By the fundamental theorem of calculus, so this can be written as upper limit minus the lower limit, that is f of b minus f of a. So this is all about indefinite integrals and definite integrals. Next we are going to list some of the important formulas of indefinite integrals. Well, here is the list of important formulas of indefinite integrals. In that, the first one, it is integral x to the power n dx which is equals to x to the power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus c, where n not equal to minus 1. If n becomes minus 1, the denominator becomes 0, then this will be not defined. Then second formula, it is integral of dx which is equals to x plus c, and then the third one, integral k dx which is equals to kx plus c, where k is any constant. Then integral 1 by x dx which is equals to log mod x plus c, and then the fifth one, integral root x dx which is equals to 2 by 3 x to the power 3 by 2 plus c. So this we have, for this we have to apply the first formula. What is root x? It is x to the power 1 by 2. So integral of x to the power 1 by 2 will be x to the power 1 by 2 plus 1 divided by 1 by 2 plus 1 plus c. So we get this one after simplifying. Then sixth one, integral of 1 by root x dx which is equals to 2 root x plus c. Then seventh one, integral e raised to x dx which is equals to e raised to x plus c. This remains as it is. Then eighth one, integral e to the power ax dx which is equals to e raised to ax divided by a plus c. Then the ninth one, integral a raised to x, a to the power x dx which is equals to a to the power x divided by log a plus c. And then 10th one, it is integral sin x dx which is equals to minus cos x plus c. And then the 11th one, integral cos x dx which is equals to sin x plus c. And then we will move on to the 12th one, integral tan x dx which is equals to log mod secant x plus c. Then the 13th one, integral cot x dx which is equals to log mod sin x plus c. Then 14th one, integration of secant x dx which is equals to log mod secant x plus tan x plus c. Then the 15th one, integral of cosecant x dx which is equals to log mod cosecant x minus cot x plus c. Then the 16th one, integral secant square x dx which is equals to tan x plus c. Then 17th one, integral secant x into tan x dx which is equals to secant x plus c. And then the 18th one, integral cosecant x into cot x dx which is equals to minus cosecant x plus c. So this is the first set of formulas. So pause the video to write it down, then we will move on to the second set of formulas. So the next formula, it is 19th one, integral dx upon, so square root of 1 minus x square is equals to sin inverse x plus c. And then integral 20th one, integral minus 1 divided by square root of 1 minus x square dx is equals to cos inverse x plus c. And then 21st, integral 1 divided by 1 plus x square dx which is equals to tan inverse x plus c. And then 22nd, it is integral minus 1 divided by 1 plus x square dx which is equals to cot inverse x plus c. And then the next one, it is 23rd, integral dx upon x into square root of x square minus 1 which is equals to secant inverse x plus c. And then 24th, integral minus 1 divided by x into the square root x square minus 1 dx which is equals to cosecant inverse x plus c. And then 25th, it is integral sin ax dx which is equals to minus cos ax by a plus c. So in differentiation, so we used to multiply by the constant and here we have to divide by the constant. Then 26th, integral cos ax dx which is equals to sin ax divided by a plus c, where a is any constant. Then these two are the important properties of indefinite integrals. So integral f of x plus or minus g of x dx which is equals to integral f of x dx plus or minus integral g of x dx. And then so here we are integrating them separately. Then the last one, it is integral k into f of x dx which is equals to k times integral f of x dx, where k is any constant. So this is all about the formulas.